To limit the number of cards playable in the current format for both balancing and money concerns, Pokemon has a standard rotation, which rotates out older sets to make room for the new ones and new strategies and cards. But how do you know if your card is valid for a standard format? Foreign language cards are not legal at standard events, though it depends on your country of origin, what kind of cards you can have in your deck, and how many. The condition of cards can also affect legality. If you can tell through a sleeve what card is which, it is not legal since it is a marked card and easy to tell apart from other cards in your deck. The main way to tell if your card is legal though is through the letter marking down here. These letter markings are relatively new in the Pokemon TCG, and if you go to the News tab you can see which letters are currently legal. However, just because it doesn't have a letter doesn't mean you can't play it legally. Pokemon has a tendency to print cards called evergreens because they're always printed for the new block. Ultra Ball, Switch, and Rare Candy are ever constant in the format, so older versions are also legal. Sometimes Pokemon will straight up print older cards, and if the wording matches exactly, or if the old card receives an errata, you can play it. For example, this electric is basically the same as the old one because of one word difference, and the decision not to errata the original card means you can't play it in standard. However, this old Super Rod, which has been errated from a shuffle in 3 to shuffle up to 3, can be played. The only other requirements for a standard deck you should be aware of is that decks contain 60 cards and have a max of 4 cards with the same name, excluding basic energy.